yesterday we broke news on the Jalen Hurts contract. 5 years, 6 including the one on his original deal, but 5 years for $255 million and gives him the biggest NFL contract, not just for quarterbacks, but for an NFL player ever. So now let's break down that very contract and show you why it's so team friendly. What's up? It's your boy Cintron. Come back at you with another analysis video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. And we also hit you with some news from around the league. But first here, let's get to these tweets and shit. So here you can see Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts salary cap numbers for the next 4 seasons after yesterday's $255 million extension. So 2023, a paltry $6.15 million. I mean, that's fucking unheard of. And like I was saying in the video yesterday, because of the salary bonus, the huge salary bonus they gave him, he's cashing out at $6.15 million. And this is under what some guys are receiving for their 5th year option on their rookie deals, man. Like, not under, it's under most of what, unless you're like a kicker or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, this puts him at like somewhere between number 20 and 32 of starting quarterbacks, starting salary. And it's insane, man. And then the next year, 2024, 13.56. These are steals. 2025, 21.77. That's a big jump there. Still, that's not even the salary of some of the top players, getting paid in the top 10 receivers, O linemen, D linemen. They're dwarfing him, and he's a starting quarterback who just appeared in the Super Bowl. 2026, it jumps to 31.77, but restructures that, and this is 3 years down the line, not even including this season, down the line in the football world, which is an eternity. The cap, salary cap will be much higher than, then it's expected to increase by 14% in next year. So I mean, it's crazy. Even this year, there was a huge increase. I think it might have been a 14. I'm somewhere between this year and next year. 14% increase, but it's crazy. There was an increase from last year, anyway. So this deal is going to look better and better and be more and more affordable as the years go on. And we're going to compare it to some other ones, but this is crazy. Like I said, you're starting. The starting positions aren't even making this type of money, and this is going to continue to allow the Eagles to build the roster around him to go out and get talent via trades, signing guys in free agency, give you a plethora of options. Whereas with most teams, as I'm going to show you later, they are going to be strapped to their deals because they're not going to be able to afford. And the restructured, I heard that Jordan Mailata restructured again, giving us, again, more cap space to operate with, to go out and make said moves to better this roster. It won't be as good as it was last year, but we're for damn sure trying to make sure that we're not handicapped and able to give Sean Desai the tools that he needs on that defense to make it, give an honest effort, as well as make this offense even better, which is crazy, insane to say, but we're stuck on good, we're very good. Where we want to be is great consistently and pushing into unstoppable territory. But I mean, this is nuts, man. These numbers are paltry. The savings are enormous. So let's get to the next tweet or caption. So to put it into perspective, here are the total cap hits of top QBs over the next 2 seasons. Patrick Mahomes, $86.4 million. You gotta believe they're gonna restructure, but man, that's a fucking huge ass hit. Dak Prescott, $86.3 million, and he's leading the league in picks. Deshaun Watson, $83 million, and he's not equipped with the talent there in Cleveland, even though he was given a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract. Just the going rate, man. Matthew Stafford, 69.5, which is he's making like 40 something million a year. And they've already had their Super Bowl, and they're really trying to rebuild that roster, so they're in peril right now. Josh Allen, 65.2 million, and he's still got to overcome Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Kyler Murray, 67.9 million, and he's coming off an ACL injury late in the year, so this upcoming season might be a lost one. And players like Buda Baker, we'll speak on him later, are trying to get the fuck out of there in Arizona. It's not a destination, it's damnation. To send a guy there, nobody wants to be there. He's playing more Call of Duty than being in his playbook. They actually had a stipulation in the contract, took it out because of social media outcry. But I mean, it's wild, man. And Daniel Jones, the guy who just signed a 4-year, $160 million extension to $66 million over the next 2 years, and he's not even seen as a top 10 quarterback. Maybe top 15. I doubt it. Maybe top 20, yeah. But somewhere between 15 and 20. But you're paying a quarterback of that caliber top shelf money because essentially you have no choice, and it's an arms race in the NFC East with the, Philadelphia Eagles coming out on top. Dallas, number 2, they didn't have a bad record last year. You won 13 games, I think. 12 or 13, anyways. Enough to get them a playoff ticket. And you're fighting for second place, and you came in third. You went to the playoffs. You went just as deep as the Cowboys, but we all know it's not good enough. It's tough, man. It's tough in the NFL. And then whoever is there, just insert how many ever quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts coming in. I don't even know where he is in the pecking order, but it's incredible. $19.7 million over the next 2 seasons. Not even 1 season. Over the next, you could probably put, I think, his first 3 years together, and you're not equal to what they're earning over the next 2 seasons. It's just incredible. That cap hit, like I said, you got to go down the line. Some running backs are probably Christian McCaffrey is close to his cap hit, and he's earning the most at his position, which is and he just signed a new contract. This is insane, man. The Eagles make out like fucking bandits while still paying Hurts top echelon. He's the highest paid player right now in the league. Top echelon money. This is just nuts, bro. All right, we moving on. I love the Nick Sirianni masturbatory. Looking at his photo. And the Eagles fan, only an Eagles fan can put that up. And then salary cap hits over the next 4 years to have a measuring stick. We're going with poor Danny Dimes, poor Daniel Jones. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't have an axe to grind against the guy, but he's just serving as an example here. Jalen Hurts. I mean, I love the laughing emoji. Him is so petty. Besides the contract, so we're gonna compare year by year. 2023, $6.15 million. 2023 for Daniel Jones, $21 million, which is comparable to 2025. 2 years down the fucking line, and it only gets worse for the Giants incrementally. It was a perfect case study in how not to sign a quarterback. 4 years over $160 million, lower annual average, but the cap numbers are insane because they're not giving this guy the money, like the Eagles are. They're trusting him. $64 million by 2024. 100 and something million by going into like somewhere in 2024. Show me the money. They did that perfectly. 2024, $13.56 million for Hurts. $45 million for Daniel Jones. Oh my gosh. I think the first 3 years don't equal to his second year. 2025, it takes a big jump here. Like I said, about $7 million or so. $21.77 million. 39.5. It takes a step back. But whoa boy, because they're bracing for 2026. 2026 for us. 31.77, and like I said, they can restructure and move some money around and things like that. And I know it probably gets some astronomical numbers in 2027, 2028, but those are so far down the line, and the salary cap is going to be so minimal to us. And as far as like what the number is, we could be looking at 300 mil, honestly speaking. With the projected growth and things like that, new revenue streams and stuff like that the NFL is bringing in. Who knows what will happen? And then, new market, Europe, they might establish a franchise there in the coming years. But yeah, 2026 for the Giants, 56.5 million. And I don't like that's. Let's just say that's a 30-year cap or a 30-year cap or something like that. That's one player taking up that. Like, it's insane, bro. I mean, so you can see the Eagles came out with a major steal despite paying him a top caliber salary. So, I mean, what's not to love about this deal? The more you look at it, the more you're just like, yes, let's motherfucking go. Like, it's crazy insane, man. So, kudos to the agents. And, like, comparing it to Lamar Jackson, I'm not comparing it just because they're two black guys, but it's insane how when a team wants a guy, no drama, no prolongated talks. They talked about it, they said they're going to get it done. They went on and did so. They actually liked the player, though, as well. And he's pristine as far as off the field, character, football IQ, discipline, determination, hard work, mindset. And I'm not saying that Lamar isn't any of those things, but the things that have come out in the offseason, the GM talking about, other players and disparaging, positions and stuff like that, and then them having this public squabble and him firing his agent, not being able to, to coalesce and come to the table, talk things over. It's night and day when you look at the two franchises and their dealings with their, star quarterbacks. They're should be their piece de resistance players. Hey, man, it is what it is. All right, anyways, let's get into the news around the league. Before we do that, we're going to look at these updates. Jalen Carter meeting Falcons, another top 10 team. DeMar Hamlin, man, he's been cleared to resume football activities. Man, shout out to him, kudos, because that horrible hit he suffered against the Bengals. It was groundbreaking, moving, touching. See the unison all over the league. Amari Cooper underwent surgery to repair a core muscle. He played through last season. Yeah, he probably should be good for next season. Myles Garrett dislocated the toe in the Pro Bowl and was like, hope it doesn't affect the season. He said it won't. We shall see. Jalen Carter also been visiting with the Lions, who have the number 6 pick, as well as the number 18 or 19. Forget which pick. Some news I don't care about. Nobody. Blaine Gabbert signs as a backup to the Chiefs. He's a seasoned veteran guy, so adds a lot to their roster there. We'll get into this Allen Robinson trade a little bit. Hendon Hooker visiting the Giants. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to kick the tires, and, we're not doing that. It shows a lot. All right, Paris Johnson hot in these streets. We'll get to that trade later, like I said. Some nobodies. The Brown twins, Brown brothers. I'd love for the Eagles to actually pick up Sidney Brown in the safety, so he'll probably be available late day 2, day 3 somewhere down the line, maybe 4th round at worst. But yeah, that it's not much happening around the league. It's kind of a quiet season, and the Eagles have stirred things up. And there's got to be one more big move that we're looking at. Not one more big move, but maybe in between now and the draft. But definitely after the draft, we're going to be looking at, moves in spades, because that's just how he operates. He can't sit on his hands for too long. The guy's active in the streets. He's got his ear to the fucking ground. He's got his whole face. And he will find out about rumors and kick tires, do his due diligence, send scouts, do reports, and, get PIs, come back with information. He's got it on lock. So, all right, anyway, Josh Allen admits it's time for him to adapt his playing style. I'm like, bro, it's been time for you to, adapt that. You haven't learned from all the nicks and injuries you've taken, lumps you've taken all over the years. How, you're getting older and rehab is, becoming more of a taxing duty on your body. The older you get, the slower you heal. The healing factor, Wolverine, adamantium skeleton ain't gonna help you when it comes to healing those bones and tissues and stuff like that. So, hopefully he can do so. But we all know Vic tried to do that. It was just too late. But you're year 5 or 6 going to in the league, going into your 5th or 6th year, bruh, shit together. The Steelers are trading for Rams wide receiver um, Allen Robinson. Um, yeah, from former Penn State line, Nittany line. Man, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, he didn't come out of the penitentiary. But yeah, it was a seventh round pick. They swapped seventh rounders, and they agreed to pay $5 million of his salary, while the Rams I think paying $10 million or so. So kind of a salary dump. Got it in the work route for the Rams. They're gonna ship him off to the East Coast, and he'll add to that that receiving core there. They got George, I forget his name, out of Georgia, Pickens, the speed guy Johnson. I forget another guy because they shipped Claypool off to the Bears. But I mean, not a bad move, but we'll see what he has. He looked done last year, but just because it could have be that it was just injuries and he just acclimated to a new system, and not having the Rams starting quarterback Matt Stafford in there definitely had an effect as well. And like I said, DeMar Hamlin talks his return to the NFL, caused a cardiac arrest. I didn't read into that part, but it's good to have him back. And he's been cleared for duty, so we will see him. It'll be an emotional lift for the league, and his comrades, his contemporaries in the league are celebrating this, and great for a man. We saw him at his worst. He actually died on that field, and for him to come back in this order, in this fashion, nothing but celebratory, applause around the league. All right, let's see, anything else going on? Nice to see that Jared Goff dismissed that. We should be getting the buzz in the NFC North as the favorites. There are no favorites in April. Who cares? It's the off season. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's at the starting line right now, so everybody's has a fair shake, has a fair chance at this thing, and we just have to wait to draft to see how teams improve. But got to go out there and prove it. And in training camp is when teams are made. And we shall see this year what things bring. All right, last thing we're going to do is look at some things around the league. We already covered Allen Robinson, his trade to the Steelers. Jalen Hurts had ankle surgery to clean up things there. So going back to Alabama, his days there, we had something inserted to kind of make the ankle stable. He's just removing it, taking it out, and believed to be very minor. He'll be able to recover very, very quickly and get back to being Jalen Hurts, pumping that iron and staying in his playbook, bugging his coaches, notifying them about how he can get better and improve as a player. Just things he does. I mean, our contract isn't going to change him in the least. I agree with Joey Shakes 72 when he said that. I'm like, perfect, man. Just serve as motivation. New word. Motivation to go out and prove that contract right, to prove the Eagles right, and doubling down on him and making that decision to keep him here for years to come, till 2028 at least. Interest in Dalvin Cook. I mean, we could have some, but we already have like a Dalvin Cook-ish player on our roster, Kenneth Gainwell. And maybe Dalvin Cook, he's a better runner, pure runner, faster. I don't know about this stage in his career, but very, very good at receiving outlet as well. Runs good routes. Not as good as someone like I would say like a Bijan, but keep bringing him up. Can't keep his name in my mouth. Pause. But I mean, he's older. The money, yeah. And like I said, he's not a sledgehammer or anything like that. Don't knock the guy's size. He's like 205, and he's a very accomplished player out of Florida State. Woo! But gotta pass, man. He's like probably 27, 28, somewhere around that. Don't really need him on my roster. Want fresh legs, and not a guy that we have to worry about compensation beyond this season or the next 2 seasons. Like, take the cheaper, younger, fresher legs. All right, the last thing we'll get to today, Buda Baker and Devin White comment on Hurts contract situation. They were like, woo, I see y'all out there paying people. And, obviously they want to get paid, but Devin White is a linebacker looking to make $20 million or so. No thanks. And he's on the last year of his deal, so we'd be letting him walk for a compensatory pick, and not worth the risk. Giving away like a day 2 or day 3 pick to just rent a guy for a year. Nah. And Buda Baker as well, would love. I mean, it's interesting seeing that guys want to come to Philly. Philly has become a destination for players, to aggregate to. Hey, I completely understand. That being said, we can't pay all these guys, and we can't pay most of them. We're going with the 1-year model, 1-year rental. Leasing some players this year. Trevon Edmonds, Penny, Justin Evans. I mean, so Kentavious Street. I don't know if I'm saying his, first name. The parents when he said that shit, gave him that shit. But anyways, I mean, like, it's cool that we're, a destination, like I said, that players want to come to and they, attracted to because of Jalen Hurts and his stability, just coming off a Super Bowl appearance. That being said, yeah, Buddha is old, 13, like, and 14, I think, and with really no guarantee money, but, it's like a $16 million cap hit and like an $18 million cap hit. Can't afford to pay the guy. I don't think he's going to run a restructure. Just is what it is. A highly talented player would definitely boost our secondary, give us, a baller secondary. That being said, not realistic, not feasible for him to come here because of the fucking money. But anyways, that's all we're going to cover today. A little bit of a longer video, but more of the standard. But it's all good because you're not even watching, though. Like I said, it's cool. Because as always, it's fly, Eagles, fly. And let's motherfucking go! Like, comment, share, and subscribe Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.